Ladies and gentlemen, SCW presents to you Night 4 of the SCW Grand Prix tournament, otherwise known as the S1. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black. We're here to present to you Night 4 of Group B. And as you may have been paying attention, Group B is some of the hardest hitting fake virtual fighting this side of the internet. Every Saturday, we're here to bring that to you. And now we have a new episode. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to all our guys that are in the back that are helping us get this up and running, especially when I was down sick. Thank you for getting this up and going and everything. I appreciate you. Our fans appreciate you. But enough of me jack-jawing. Here are the scores from Group A on Wednesday, and now we're looking at the scores from Group B as it stands before we get started. But enough of that. Let's get down to the ring for our first match of the evening. Coming back to the SCW Arena, and tonight's opponent is going to be a tough one because he hasn't fared very well against him in the past, but tonight is a new night, and Joe West can come up here and steal the show and get some points here, as he did last week by upsetting, a lot of people thought, beating Issac Murphy in the ring to earn his 3 points, putting him at a total of 6. He's looking to get that. Now, it's a road to 12. That's the sweet spot that you want to hit, at least within these first 4 weeks, to at least cement you a spot in the final 8 going into that tournament, and going into the final 8 tournament. But Joe is a few points away from that. Will he be able to keep adding to those points? But tonight is going to be a rough time because this man, he knows all too well.
And his opponent, representing the family from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 247 pounds, one half of the SCW World Tag Team Champions, the King of Old School, Kevin Youngblood.
Also, a man with 6 points to his points total is also looking to add on to this, and that is one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions, Kevin Youngblood, is strolling down to the ring now, and he's got a history with Joe West, and I alluded to that fact, but that history, folks, is Joe hasn't beaten Kevin Youngblood. Joe has done his best to try and get to where he can beat Kevin. Now, if it's in tag matches or multi-man matches, Joe may have picked up a victory, but one-on-one, Kevin is always locked in and is able to defeat Joe West, and Joe ever vigilant, trying to do what he can to avoid the sharpshooter of Kevin Youngblood. But can he do that tonight and pick up those 3 points, or will it be the same old story for Kevin Youngblood here and picking up that W against his familiar foe? Folks, I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Please, if you're watching, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We know a few of y'all are watching this when you can, just haven't been subscribed yet. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to help you boys out here at Syndicate Championship Wrestling. Share and like it all, and then obviously if you want to know when we go live, hit that bell notification icon. Speaking of bells, here we go. The bell is rung, and Joe is going right after Kevin. Kevin having none of that. And Kevin busting out the submission moves early, trapping that arm and locking that in. But Joe quickly getting out of that. Joe's going to have to watch everything Kevin's going to do, because everything Kevin's going to do will set up for a submission maneuver. Look at that snake eyes. As you see Joe getting taken down by Kevin Youngblood here. Look at the foot to the face. It's Kevin trying to slow and dictate the pace of this match. Pulling back on that arm of Joe, wrenching back, and knees to the lower back. No, he's tenderizing that back, ready for that sharpshooter, but Joe had that scouted. Kevin wisely rolls out of the ring. Oh, my dick misses! That was uncalled for, and I am upset that Kevin moved out of the way. I can't enjoy that move, but meanwhile, Joe is making Kevin pay for that. But Kevin trying to get some space between the two. But Kevin now picking up Joe, and Joe reversing this. Had him in a powerbomb position, and Joe gets right back in the ring, wisely getting the higher ground. And Joe takes out, no, Kevin traps that arm again. Joe keeps that arm getting trapped, but Joe keeps right out of it. Joe's got to be careful. Look at those swift kicks from Joe West. Trying to open up that combo there. And Kevin slips out and goes back for that arm. Kevin is letting Joe know that he's going to leave here with something, and it might be that arm of Joe West. Joe, again, grabbing that arm. And Kevin getting a chop to the back from Joe and a kick to the chest. Kevin gets right back up. Joe slow to get up. Now Kevin. No, Joe with the jawbreaker. Now Joe fighting back. Kicking Kevin, and now Joe, Catalina wine mixer out of nowhere. And Joe goes for that cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. I thought Joe was gonna do something he hasn't done. And I can't even tell you when he's done it. Now Joe, but he's tuning up that band, getting the party favors ready. White trash, no! Kevin gets out of the way of the white trash bash. Now what's Kevin doing? Canadian Destroyer! Right on the button, and we got a pin, a cover here. 1, 2, kick out at 2. These boys letting it loose early in this match. Joe unfazed by it. Joe sending Kevin to the ropes. Oh, belly to belly. Joe taking a moment to breathe it all in. Now Joe, that knee to the face of Kevin. But man, oh man, these two, you want to talk about two of these guys that know each other so well. Two friends in the industry put it in, but Kevin's looking to crush the dreams of Joe West, but why did he go for the cover there? Joe could be out. Kevin pulling Joe to the center of the ring. Now he's got a cover. 1, 2, 3, 2.999. Kevin thought he put Joe away with that Dream Crusher. The crowd is loving it. And Joe gets thrown over the top rope. Now what's Kevin doing? Kevin getting on that apron. Oh my God, wait. Backdrop onto the apron. And now Kevin wrenching that arm of Joe West. He's been working on that arm all night. But meanwhile, Joe with a quick kick, taking Kevin off his feet. Joe gaining separation. And now Joe wisely gets back into the ring. Kevin taunted him. And Joe doing the same thing to Kevin. And Kevin trapping that arm for Joe's favor. I'm telling you, Kevin's going to leave here with that arm. It's been crazy. Will Joe tap? No, Kevin lets go. But now Joe's still trying to find a way to fight back into this match. And Joe with these quick kicks. And Kevin had that one scouted. And now Kevin trying to go for German suplex. No, Joe reverses. And now Joe, oh! Taking Kevin out. Kevin slow to get up into the turnbuckle. And Joe, again with these kicks to the midsection. And oh! Drop kick to the chest to Kevin Youngblood. Joe is looking like he's turning up. And can we see that patented moonsault? Yes! And we got the cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Joe going back in the corner. Joe again getting the party favors ready. White trash bash connects. Could Joe finally do it? 1, 2, kick out at 2. Joe couldn't put Kevin away. Oh, and what a miss moonsault. And now Kevin has got him in the lion tamer. It's like that lower back of Joe being worked on, but Joe gets out of it. And Kevin wisely rolls out of the ring. But Joe giving chase. He's on that top turnbuckle. Kevin slow to get up. What's Joe thinking? Joe! Oh! Flying forearm right to the jaw of Kevin Youngblood. And now Kevin hyping himself up. Now these two are battling on the outside. Oh! Joe throwing Kevin into the guardrail. And Kevin slipping out of that. Look at the fierce chops and the combos. DDT to Joe West. And now Joe getting tossed back in the ring by Kevin. I think Joe's been busted open. See, he's reacting in the ring. And now Kevin going to end it all. That's what Joe was afraid of. That sharpshooter's been locked in. Will Joe tap? And he does. Your winner, Kevin Youngblood.
Here is your winner, the King of Old School, Kevin Youngblood.
Try as Joe West might, he could not escape his inevitable fate of the sharpshooter. Folks, again, what a wild way to start SCW Grand Prix, or the S1 for short. We got some more matches coming up for you. I want to say our main event of the evening is going to be a brutal fight, as you will see Bruce the Axe Stubbs going up against Leo Simmons. But for now, let's head down to the ring for our next match of the evening.
There's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die, never die, never die.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 248 pounds, Primetime James Lee!
The SCW must-see TV Primetime James Lee making his way down to the SCW arena. And this man is sitting nicely at 6 points here in the Group B stage, looking to continue to add to those points here tonight, just like Kevin Youngblood did in the previous match, getting to 9 points. He is looking to get to 9 points himself and be that first man to get to 12, or one of the men to get to 12. But he is not going to have an easy time here tonight. I feel like none of these matches will be easy. But sometimes you get your hands.
From the Bronx, New York, weighing in at 239 pounds,
Jay Omega coming down to the ring now. Now this man has 3 points here coming into night 4. But you gotta think that Jay has gotta tap in and lock in these points so he can advance in the tournament. Not looking too good for the Grim Reaper himself, as death may not be knocking on anyone's door if he can't get a W here tonight. But time will tell, as both these men hard fought, and these two have met before, and they put on a great match. I don't think that won't be a problem here tonight. But the problem will be is if Jay Omega doesn't pick up those 3 points, he is going to be left in the dust here in this G1 tournament. He's got to go on a hell of a run to even go on through this if he loses tonight. But Jay Omega look to be locked in. Would you see James Lee and Jay Omega, funny enough, rocking the same hairstyles. He's got the same hairstyles as his back, and here we go. Bell's wrong, and oh! Omega misses, but James Lee doesn't. Now James, oh, look at the neck breaker. Into the submission, locked in, and now, but it looks like Omega gets right out of that. Omega breaks right out of that. And now Omega sending Lee. Now James in that turnbuckle. What's James thinking here? Oh my, look at the skill from James Lee with that suplex. And now we got a cover. One, kick out at one. Not enough to keep Omega down. Omega, the toughest SOB we have here in SCW. Bar none, will not be denied. And now you see Omega. No, but James reverses. James Lee reverses, and James going to the, oh, nice little springboard clothesline there from James Lee. And James Lee looking to capitalize, but it looks like Omega doing the capitalization himself, wrenching back on the lower back of James. And now Omega wants to take this to the outside. Remember, in these matches here, it is a 20-second count out. So you got time to beat your opponent down on the outside. And this works to Omega's favor because that is his home. I've always said Jay Omega doesn't wrestle. He doesn't fight. He commits crimes in the ring and out of it. That is how you explain his fighting style, but James Lee matching it tit for tat. Look at the flying forearm, springboard forearm, excuse me, from James. And now, what's Jay Omega doing? Jay Omega's been trying to hit this DDT all night, I feel. And James Lee gets right out of it. And James gets taken down by Omega, and Omega fighting back. Omega doing, like, just trying to slow down the momentum of James Lee here. But he's doing a great job. And now Omega going for that, trapping that arm, going for that arm bar. Can Lee get out of it? Doesn't look, but now James trying to squirm out. No. What? Just look at Omega. Omega pulling back on that arm. Oh my God! And now Omega hyping himself up off of the violence he just committed. But James Lee right back in this match with that reverse DDT. Now James Lee stomping on the back of the head of Jay Omega. And Omega not having any of that. And Omega looking to try to take down James. Couldn't get it. James Lee, oh God. Now James with these forearm shots. James to the corner. Look at the clothesline. Into the bulldog. And what's James Lee thinking? James Lee trying to reposition himself. Going back up to the top rope. Telling Omega to rise up off his feet. Grand Rising King. And look at that. Clothesline from James Lee. Saying that Grand Rising just made me die a little inside. But look at this. That just might have restored my youth. And looking at that neck breaker. But now, Omega taking down James Lee. Now he's going for a cover. One, kick out at one. James Lee had all the momentum in his favor, but now Omega looking to battle back. James Lee carrying Omega to the corner. Snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Oh, tries to go for the top shelf, and Omega gets right out of the way. Crash and burn the James Lee there. I thought that was like, hey, if he would have landed that, that would have been curtains for Omega here. James got Omega into the corner. Look at these chest shots. Now he's just choking the life out of Omega. Omega has got to fight back in this match. Stomping to the lower back of Omega. Now Omega down on the ropes. And James with a splash and a cover. One. Kick out at 1. Omega trying to roll out of the ring. And James not having any of it. James setting up Ode to D-Lo, and it misses. And now Omega trying to reposition himself, but James countering back. James putting Omega on those ropes. And now he's looking like he was trying to throw Omega out of the ring. Oh, but look at the chops. Look at the combo. Repeating chops and kicks. And now James Lee taking out the knee of Omega. And Omega. Oh, just the knee connects. And now James Lee going up to the top rope. Touch the sky. That connects. But James couldn't go for the cover. But meanwhile, Omega's getting right up after getting hit by the touch the sky. But Omega's powering back. No, James Lee sends Omega over the top rope. Omega is just slow to get up as James Lee is prevailing that onslaught and keeping that offense, applying pressure here to Omega. But Omega trying to get James Lee off him, separating some space. And Omega battling back. Look at the chops and the punches. James Lee caught those though. And now James back into the ring. James Lee getting back in the ring. You see Omega slowly getting back in the ring himself. And now James, again with that springboard clothesline, catching Omega off guard. And now we got a pinfall. 1, 2, kick out at 2. I didn't think that would be enough to keep Omega down, but a 2 count is a good measuring stick there for how this match is going for Omega. But can he go for the Ode for D-Lo? Can he get it? No! Omega gets out of the way the second time. D-Lo would not be happy if his leg drop is not getting hit. But those springboard forearms are finding their target. James Lee telling Omega to get up on his feet. Oh! Top shelf! Top shelf. Can he go for the touch the sky and get it this time? And touch the sky hits. James still doesn't go for the cover. Now he does. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, primetime James Lee, folks. Man, oh man.
Here is your winner,
James Lee picking up with another 3 points, putting him at 9 points here for the tournament. You'll love to see it if you are a James Lee fan. But if you're an Omega fan, time is a ticking, man. You gotta do something to get back into this tournament. Otherwise, you could be left behind in your group. And folks, again, I want to say thank you all for tuning in when you can. I know you missed us a week ago, but now we are back. We got 4 more weeks of this before we go to our final 8 tournament, and then season 4 of SCW continues here on this YouTube channel in late April or early May. Stay tuned to this and hit that bell notification icon to know when we go live. But coming up next, we have a match here for board supremacy as Isaac Murphy looks to bounce back from that loss last week or week before against your SCW television champion, Big Wave, Reese Price. Let's head down to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 241 pounds, the Natural, Issac Murphy!
Issac Murphy, again coming down to the SCW arena. And last time we had this, the other night 3, him losing to Joe West, shocked a lot of people, considering that Issac was undefeated in the tournament going on the first 2 nights. But now, it is night 4. Is he looking past his opponent again? I don't think so. But if he is, that's going to cost him another L in this tournament, which he technically, he's at 6 points already. He's looking to get to 9. And he could have been at 9 points had he would have won last week. But now, he's got to bounce back. And I got to tell you now, the way I know Issac Murphy, he will find a way to win tonight by any means necessary. Doesn't matter who he's facing. And I know him and Reese Price have a history together, working together in the past. But now it's a different tune, as now we are in the halfway point of the Grand Prix.
And his opponent from Biloxi, Mississippi, weighing in at 324 pounds, the SCW Television Champion, Big Wave,
Reese Price, your SCW Television Champion, is also looking to gain some points here, as he was able in the first 2 weeks to gain 6 points. But now he is looking to try to bounce back after a week, after Group B, Night 3, loss to Kevin Youngblood, as the young man is looking to try to bounce back, just like Issac Murphy here, and to see if he can get to 9 points of the road to 12, I like to call it. And both these men are sitting at 6 points away. You see Issac Murphy ready to go, and Reese Price, dominant as he is looking to capitalize here. And both, here we go, the bell is rung, and Issac gets quickly out of the way. And Issac going right for that leg, which is smart. You gotta slow Big Price down. And that's one of the perfect ways, is go after that leg. That injured leg he got while playing football, and it just is back his collegiate football career, sprained an injury. And now Issac is looking to take advantage of this, but we got to cover. 1, kick out at 1. And Price wisely rolls out of the ring, and oh! Issac tries to give chase and crashes and burns. That's why they call it high risk, folks. Issac wisely rolls back into the ring, and Price just beats him with a shoulder tackle. Price sending Issac over to the ropes, and Issac reverses. Oh, and sending Price to the outside. That's not gonna, the big man's not gonna be happy with that. And now, oh, look at the backbreaker. Into the neckbreaker from Issac Murphy. You see Price picking up Issac. Oh! Now we got a cover after the snake eyes. 1, 2, kick out at 2. But Issac trying to gain some ground here. Prettiest drop kick in the game from Issac Murphy. And Issac being disrespectful to your SCW Television Champion. Again, these two work together. And Price has had Issac's back especially during last season. But now, I guess all that stuff is off the table. This is every man for himself in this tournament. You see Isaac trying to bask in the boos of the crowd. Makes his way to the outside. And Isaac working on the arm of Reese Price. Oh! Isaac again trying to gain some separation. Back into the ring is Isaac Murphy. And Price gets caught with a sling blade, and now we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Isaac Murphy working on Price, and then again showing that sign of disrespect. Does Isaac Murphy? I truly can't believe this. And that's not gonna make Reese Price happy, but Isaac didn't get all of that springboard move. And now Isaac hyping himself up. Stomping on the stomach of Price. And now trying to take out the arm of Reese Price here. And Price not having it. Price got to get some offense in. And Isaac one step ahead of him. And Sling Blade. Isaac started this tournament with a hell of a victory over Kevin Youngblood. Those two have put on banger matches here in SCW history. You can catch those on this YouTube channel in Season 3. Before we do a Season 4, just go ahead and look at those recaps, man. Stuff there, very good. But you see Isaac attacking the leg of Price. But now what's Isaac thinking? Isaac, can he get the big man up for the checkmate? King's Gambit. We got to cover. King's Gambit. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Not enough to put away the television champion. As you hear the crowd saying they aren't worthy, love him or hate him, Isaac Murphy gets respect from the crowd because he puts on these matches that are must-see. And look at this. Reese Price finally gets some offense in, planting the former SCW World Champ, but only getting a 1 count there. And now Isaac trying to pick himself up on the ring ropes there. And Price gives chase. And Isaac, no! Isaac might have played possum there. Now both men get back in the ring. And again, that prettiest drop kick is hit from Isaac Murphy. And now Isaac, no! Price trying to fight back in this match. Oh, look at the big boot from Price. Price roaring to the crowd. But Isaac getting out of what Price had. Now Isaac wrenching back. The roll, taking out that leg again from Reese Price. Price embarrassingly gets up. And look at that eye rake from that dastardly villain, Isaac Murphy. And that boot! Kiss the boot of Isaac Murphy. And now Isaac got him locked in. No! It's blocked! Isaac trying to fight back, but so is Price. Price gets hit with a DDT, and we got a cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Isaac Murphy.
Here is your winner, the Natural, Isaac Murphy.
Isaac Murphy adds to another point, adds 3 points to his point total here in the Group B. And Isaac, again, showing what it is, showing what it means to be all natural, as this man continues to dazzle the SCW audience with his in-ring ability, and quite certainly outside of the one blemish, he's kind of been dominating Group B a little bit. But again, folks, thank you all for tuning in here. We got one more match, and that is our main event of the evening. Bruce the Axe Stubbs, your auntie's favorite wrestler, against the suplex machine of SCW, Hacksaw Leo Simmons. That match is coming up right now. This match is going to have all types of action in it. Hard-hitting, fake virtual fighting. This is what this match is going to present.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 264 pounds, Bruce PX Stubbs.
These two men from Bayou Country are going to beat the ever-living hell out of each other just to see who are gonna gain points in this tournament. Bruce Stubbs, having defeated J Omega last week for his first 3 points of the tournament, is now looking to add to those points and quickly gain some momentum here to try to end up being one of the final 8 men going into the back end of the tournament final. On the flip side of this, Leo Simmons while he has been having hell of a match, great match after great match, has yet to win one single match here in the S1.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Leo Simmons.
Will Leo Simmons finally be able to pick up a dub here in the tournament? Time will only tell, and just we will end up finding out who is who coming down the road. Hopefully this man can be able to win a match, because it's just I can't envision the final 8 without Leo Simmons. He is one of the best technical wrestlers we have here in SCW. Suplexes, and we'll suplex you out of your shoes. But time is a ticking, big man. You gotta get a dub here. And here we go. Simmons gets hit with a DDT from Stubbs. And now these two are going back and forth. Look at this. Stubbs trying to pick up Simmons, and Simmons not having any of that. And Simmons going right after the leg of Stubbs. Stubbs rolling up out of that, punching his way out of this. And like I said, these two men are gonna beat the hell out of each other. And here we go. And look at the strength from Stubbs. Your auntie's favorite wrestler ain't here for play. He is here to dominate, but Leo Simmons is not going to have that. And now, look at that. Simmons just gets out of the way and hits Stubbs with another suplex. And dropping the knee onto the dome. And now Simmons, again with these chops in the corner. And Stubbs getting put in the tree of woe. And Simmons just going for that. He's pressing down on the head of Stubbs there. And we got a cover. One. Kick out at 1. And now Simmons, drops that elbow. Shades of Bret Hart. But they're taking this to the outside. And Stubbs with a suplex of his own. And a knee drop. And now Stubbs, gets countered by Leo Simmons, with these two just going back and forth on the outside. Stubbs throwing Simmons into the steel steps. Stubbs right back into the steel steps. Goes Simmons, and now Stubbs back into the ring. And these two, Stubbs, just posing and flexing, but Stubbs going right back to the outside, seeing Simmons get right back up on his feet. He don't like that. Now Simmons is trying to fight back, but Stubbs is capitalizing on every turn. And look at, he just drops Simmons on the outside. And now these two, back into the steel steps. Simmons, your first ever just, oh my God. Simmons being the strong style champion, former strong style champion, into this match. He's got to tap into his strong style ways as Stubbs has been beating the hell out of Simmons here the entire match. Simmons getting up. Ref's count out just goes up to, starts at like goes there. Ref's count out is up to 20, but he's at to 8 right now. As these two have all the time in the world to battle each other on the outside. And now Stubbs looks like to be thrown into the ring here. And look at the shot, look at the act, look at the evasive maneuvers from Leo Simmons. And now Leo Simmons trying to hype himself up in that corner, giving Stubbs those chops in the corner. And Stubbs with a quick elbow. Look at this. Drop to the knee. Oh! Low blow. How would the ref gonna allow this? Ref saw that. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. How the hell do you let that slide, ref? That should have been a DQ win. And look at the headbutt from the wild man, Bruce Stubbs. And I think that has busted open Leo Simmons here. And Simmons with the reversal and a jawbreaker. And now Simmons battling back. Simmons got Stubbs up. Stubbs reverses. I thought we were going to see a Fred Hampton driver, but Stubbs gets right out of it, taking the lower leg out. And now Stubbs showing that strength. And just tossing Simmons aside. And Stubbs now choking the life out of Simmons. And Stubbs biting the hand of Simmons here. That's just nasty, man. And now Stubbs again with that headbutt. This man is like a cage, is like just an uncaged animal. Oh! That belly to belly. And he's going back to the ropes. Oh, he hits another headbutt. Simmons could be out of it. And no, but Simmons powering back. And now Simmons out of nowhere. Operation Doomsday hits. Can we get it? Can we get a cover? You gotta pin him, man. He's taking too much time, but he's getting him away from the ropes, and we got a cover now. 1, 2, kick out at 2. So damn close was Leo Simmons. Leo Simmons was a man who would hit you with the Fred Hampton driver into the Operation Doomsday combo, and that would put you out for days. Can he tap back into that? Look at that belly to belly from the corner that he just hit. Show its strength there. Leo's got to tap back into that aggression that he once had. This tournament has not been kind to Leo Simmons, but him winning tonight will definitely work in his favor and kickstart possibly some momentum here, as Leo Simmons looks to have all the momentum on his side now. And we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Simmons again trying to find a way to put away Stubbs. And now Stubbs getting right back into it. And Stubbs stomping on the hand of Leo Simmons. Oh, and look at the headbutt. Vicious headbutts from Bruce Stubbs. He's been attacking the dome of Leo Simmons here and trying to get that cut to open up. And oh, Stubbs plants him, and we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Simmons slow to get up, but Stubbs battling back. With Simmons battling back, and look at this. A cravat suplex from Leo Simmons. And now Simmons, again, trying to slow the pace and stop the onslaught of Stubbs here. Taking out the leg of Stubbs. Targeting that leg there, and Stubbs wisely rolls out of the ring. But Simmons giving chase by getting on the outside of the ring, These two have had brutal matches before. This has been like a small-time rivalry between the two as who could be some of the toughest men here in SCW. And by God, I think both of them are, but just one has a nastier streak than the other. As you see, Stubbs getting introduced to the turnbuckle post, and I think he might have been busted open, and Leo feeling itself. Ref started his counting. Stubbs is out like a light on the outside. Yeah, it does seem that he was busted open. And Simmons, oh, Stubbs trying to take the leg out of Simmons, and he didn't get all of it. But Stubbs battling back. Oh, going for that again, and he gets it. And now Stubbs gets back into the ring. Battered and bruised is Stubbs, but Stubbs now telling Simmons or somebody in the front row to watch this. Is look at this. Oh, tries to go for a shoulder tackle. Doesn't get all of it, but he got it just enough to keep Simmons down. And look at that bloody headbutt. And he goes for it again. No. DDT delivered to Simmons on the outside. And these two are just going back and forth. This is your main event of the evening, folks. Bruce the Axe Stubbs going against Hacksaw Leo Simmons. And Simmons can try to take this back and gain some momentum back in this match. Look at that suplex on the outside from Simmons. But Stubbs shrugging that off. Simmons and Stubbs going right back at it. Simmons trying to get Stubbs back in the ring, but he clocks him with on the apron. And now Simmons taking out the arm of Stubbs. Stubbs getting stomped on the midsection here. And Simmons, again, dictating this match with his technical ability. I mean, you can't make him tap from the outside. It won't count. As you see, Stubbs reverses that and throws Simmons right into the guardrail. Now Simmons getting dragged, and now Simmons getting tossed into the ring. And now look at the DDT from Stubbs. Simmons could be out. As I say that, he gets right back up. Shows what I know here, folks. And the arm wrench. And then, oh, dropped on his back on the arm. Stubbs sending Simmons to the rope. Teeth knocker connects. And that could be all she wrote for Stubbs. I mean, Simmons, excuse me. And Simmons could be out. And now Stubbs going for the 8 gates, but no rope break. The ref saving Simmons there. And now he's going back for it again. This time no rope break. And then Simmons taps. Your winner, Bruce Stubbs.
Here's your winner, Bruce the Axe Stubbs.
Bruce Stubbs leaves here tonight with another victory. And man, oh man, we are at 4 nights down, 4 more to go. As we look at the points total in Group B with a total of 9 points tied, Kevin Youngblood, Isaac Murphy, and James Lee. With 6 points, it's Joe West and Bruce Stubbs. With 3 points, it's Jay Omega, and with no points on the board, it is the unfortunate ability of me saying this, it is Hacksaw Leo Simmons. Folks, we will catch you here next week when we cover night 5 of Group A and Group B. Until then, we will see you later. Have a good one, y'all.